that shit. I was in the shower with my little playlist on.
Nobody know the years like our age.
Yo, listen.
That shit was like, damn, busy. I said, oh, come on.
We gonna keep it a bean. Sean Paul had a run. He had a run that is unstoppable.
Come on, Ana Bala, shake that thing, da 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 da. Julian Rebecca.
I ain't know what the hell he was saying.
I was in the
Just
fucking
give me
shower
the
doing
light.
Woman, get busy.
the ponytail bitch.
Don't stop to the beat drop. Just keep shaking that get jiggy.
Which one they was in the basement? Niggas was hanging off the pipes.
Stop banging on me down furnace.
That was Get Busy, wasn't it?
Party done.
That was Get Busy, wasn't it? I think it was Get Busy video.
Yeah,
That was Get Busy video.
That video went up from the moment it touched the airwaves.
Ponytail was that shit. Don't fucking
give me the light.
It.
Oh yeah, give me the light was yes.
Don't play with it.
Give me and the man literally did a video with a black room with shit in white and was rocking.
I'm trying to remember.
And what was the joint here? Oh.
Wait, before we start, let's switch these two microphones.
These two?
Because, no. This one, because this one will be closer.
It stretches. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Because Sean is actually sitting in my technical seat. But since he's
my bad.
Guest, no, you a guest.
I'm sorry.
We put our guests in the middle.
Yeah, we put our guests in the
Sorry,
middle. You're a guest.
y'all. I
So yeah.
apologize.
No, you straight?
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, y'all. We back. We jump right into
Marcus
it.
be saving our day.
Yes, he does. He saved the day. He saved the week, honey.
Don't I sound like Maxwell the pig from the what's it called, the commercial?
Maxwell. Oh my God.
Why do you know his name?
Right, she said Maxwell the pig.
How do you know his? Did he have on a fucking name tag or something? How do you know
said
his
name in one of the commercials?
Who the fuck
Sam
knows that?
Sad part is, I don't even know who y'all talking about.
Maxwell the pig, and he be out the window with the pinwheel talking about
Wee!
on the Geico commercial.
Yeah, so I say it's like an insurance commercial.
Oh, the Geico commercial.
Yeah, Maxwell the pig.
I'm
Y'all
mad
can throw it off.
she
I still don't know how she know his name. Though.
Yeah, I don't know how she. I knew the commercial
you
you were
know,
talking about, but I don't know how she knew his name.
Anna be knowing certain shit that
She
don't
really
nobody
do.
else know.
She does.
Like who looks at that? Who thinks
Anna
about
be like,
that?
oh, let me
I
go
thought
run-
I was big.
Right.
This is big.
Let me go run that back and see what his name is.
Like I do that shit with like songs.
All right,
and
fact
people
check me.
history.
Fact check me. I think his name is
This bitch
Maxwell.
Like, you remember the commercial, the game? Bitch, what?
First of all, you want to know what I just saw for the first time the other day? The new Geico commercial where he's like really, really big instead of small, and the people was
The
little.
gecko?
Yeah, the gecko. He was really, really big. You seen that one before?
Yeah.
All right, never mind, y'all. I don't even give a
No,
fuck.
I've seen that.
I'm not sure. I'm like, did I?
I'm sorry.
Now I got Geico, so I'm really trying to think. Cause I fuck with Geico. You know, I like the little gecko. He's funny. You know.
I don't watch TV, so
Yeah.
I mean, well, Geico is like that. Those commercials are
if
like
it's streamed,
old.
I'm on it. If it ain't streaming, I ain't.
Geico streams.
I don't pay for I pay for the streaming service with no commercials.
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Y'all really fancy with that
But
nowadays.
YouTube still streams, so fuck out of here, son.
I barely watch
It do,
YouTube.
but people pay for the no commercials on YouTube.
I'm not paying for that. I don't know fucking YouTube.
Some, like
Yeah.
two people just asked me that. I'm like, I'm never paying for that.
I'm not paying for that.
You're not getting
Not
that.
on YouTube. Come on now.
No, the most ghettoest thing I pay for is Zeus Network. That's it.
Oh, that's real ghetto too. That's some ghetto shit.
But you watch it though, don't
No,
you?
no.
But you know it's ghetto.
I don't like to pay for shit like that.
Right. I think it's a waste
It be
of
degrading. It be degrading people. Like, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool on that. I'm ghetto as shit, but I don't like to see our ghetto-ness for motherfuckers pay for our ghetto-ness. We not doing that.
But if they pay for it, we not giving it away for free.
You still is though, cause they not really getting no money. You go on TV, punch a bitch in the face, uppercut somebody, you lose a tooth, you done got your braid ripped out. What they give you a check for like 12,000?
Oh,
they
12,000.
They done made $200-300 million off of you.
Mhm.
I'm cool. That don't balance out. That's like me telling you right now, this is your podcast.
No, you are absolutely
Oh, I'm about to
right.
say, like, I'm
For
not
the
doing
most
that.
part,
Subscribe to me so you can see this episode and shit.
Networks
Right.
like that, most people gain notoriety and exposure. That's what most of it, for the most part. Even
That's
on
what it's
even
for.
on VH1, BET, that's really what it's mostly for. Shows like that, reality television,
Mm-hmm.
is for the exposure for the most part. It's not for the checks you getting cut. Because let's be real, everybody knows Nene Leakes was the top paid reality star. Because ain't nobody got paid more
You
money
right.
than her in
You
reality
right.
TV.
You right.
Stop.
See, I don't watch reality TV, but all I'm gonna say is, I'm not looking like an ass for money later on down the line.
No, I totally feel you. But before we get into that even further,
I
let's
hate
do a
you.
cheers.
Oh, I
to
took
the
a drink.
intro to the
Yeah.
episode. We
Yeah.
all good.
Cheers.
Yeah,
What up,
so
y'all?
We
are
out of
here.
pocket. We here.
We've been out of pocket for the last couple minutes. So if you already tuned in, you already locked into the episode. Listen, we in here now. So I am Miss Lomax,
And I am Sunkissed Chalk.
and we got who with us
Shizzy.
today?
Shizzy.
Keep it simple.
Together, me and Chak are to
To
each his own. And we got our special guest joining us today. As y'all can already been listening, we done got into the shits
Yes.
already.
Period.
Sean has started his shit as soon as we sat down.
Sean been drinking for
How long?
a couple hours now, so the shit started before I got here.
Oh, are you celebrating? Are you celebrating something?
Real nigganess.
I'm alive.
Okay.
I know that's right. I drink to that.
Niggas got pox going on. I think COVID's still out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know they in the lab somewhere creating
COVID's still
something
on the block.
right
That's true.
now.
That's true. Facts.
I'm alive. I ain't got nothing wrong with me. I'm cool.
As my brother
Yeah.
Drake would say, I'm coming alive in the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know where to mouth.
Listen, let me ask y'all something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all so infatuated with it?
Who?
Drake.
I'm not
I'm not
infatuated with
infatuated
Drake.
with him.
Well, I'm saying people as a whole.
Culturally
like,
speaking? You do got. He does
Drake
have
is
a
the
big
male
fan
version of
culture.
Beyonce.
But the difference is, right? Beyonce got a cultural footprint. You feel me? He don't got that.
Oh.
I don't know if you can say that.
I'm about to
From
say
where?
I would
From
be.
where? Outside, all right, I get his pops, right? But if Drake wasn't Drake, nobody would know his dad. So I gotta take that off the map.
I'm gonna take that off the map because I don't even know who the fuck Drake dad is.
I think his pops used to sing back in the day. He from Memphis,
I have
so you
no
know.
clue.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I mean, what is
He
what
was
is
a
cultural?
musician, yeah.
People
What
say
is
they know Drake
cultural?
from Degrassi. I never watched that shit.
didn't
I know
either.
Drake, the rap artist.
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
Where did the culture come from, though?
He brought his own culture.
He brought his own culture. Because let me tell you something. In 2008, I remember specifically saying,
Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted.
you could be everything, better than you ever done it.
Listen,
So Far Gone,
so
the
far gone was the
mixtape,
shit.
I said specific, Anna,
Yup.
me, you,
Yup.
and B had a
Yup.
conversation.
Yes,
I
we did.
said specifically,
Yup, we sure
this
did.
nigga gonna go far.
He is.
He gonna make it. He gonna fucking blow. 10 years from now, we gonna hear this shit.
Let me
What's
say
going
this.
on?
I still got all his music on my phone, except for the singing. But like the rap, y'all consider him top 5 all time?
No.
Not my top 5. I'm not everybody else.
And I
Well,
easily.
you
Look
don't-
at Marcus'
you-
face. He like, ah.
You don't count. 'Cause
And your
you
generation would. I'm not, no shade.
Anna
Your
might
generation
have. Anna
would.
might have. What's the name of her top 5? I can't think of the name of the group, but it's like this song that come on all the feel good at the end of a black movie. Like I'm telling
Cameo.
you. Nah, it ain't Cameo. I know Cameo.
He trying to play me.
No, I'm not trying. Look, I'm gonna look for the song and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly.
Not
y'all
the Ghetto Boys.
Nah, it ain't Ghetto Boys. Those my guys.
A Tribe Called Quest.
Nah, when I find this shit. Listen, I keep the song under gospel in the playlist.
Is it the Roots?
Nah, it ain't the
Sounds
Roots.
of Blackness. Optimistic.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
As long as you keep.
I told you they ain't her
Your
top
head
5.
to the sky.
I told you.
You can win.
They ain't her top 5.
As long as you
Keep your head to the
My
sky.
bad, y'all. See what I started?
That's
what I
crazy because I
started?
never knew their fucking name. I just knew the
Sounds
song.
of Blackness.
I never knew it either. I just
Sounds of
knew, I knew
Blackness.
at the end of every
He
black
says the
movie,
black feel good, so I had to
Not
think
the-
about
something
it.
every
happened.
black movie.
Bang, they be like,
Old
oh.
school, like 80s black movies, yes, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they
80s and
do.
90s. Yep, that was
Yeah.
that work. Ain't nothing wrong with that song. That song
No,
universal.
it's not. That's why I
but you
said.
something that's probably in my top 5.
Right.
Fuck are you?
That's what I'm saying,
Fuck
though. But you knew the name of the group, though. You knew who they was.
Sounds of Blackness. They say it in the beginning of the song before the
I
beat
never
drop.
paid attention
See
to
what I'm
that.
saying? See what I'm saying?
They
That's
do.
what they
Oh
have
my.
top
I don't think I've ever heard that song from the beginning. If I
Bruh, you
did-
have
five. No, they
before.
do say the name in the beginning,
Ni-
but nobody
see?
else listens to that except for Anna.
Anna definitely listens to shit that nobody else listens to.
That's
I
what
agree
she
with that.
do.
Cause I'm about 75% of that, so I can that other commercial shit. I don't know what the
She's
fuck
trying
Anna
to-
be doing.
Nah, it's not even playing you, cuz.
That's
Like,
Anna.
because
Like,
that's who you are. You can't escape it.
I know. I ain't mad.
Your
I'm
name,
just laughing
listen,
at y'all.
your name
That
is
bitch is like
Sun-Kissed
Candy
Chop.
of Escape.
That's like a hip. You like a black hippie.
I-
That's what it is.
yes. You
what
thought
it
I was
is.
gonna hit
I
you.
thought you was gonna swing. You know, that's your dog, so I had to prepare myself.
Get a
Ah.
flashback.
The motherfucker ducked like for real. I
But
want y'all to
I
stop
got a black
doing
mother,
that.
a black grandmother, black aunt. I used to get beat with everything, so you ain't saying much of nothing.
Yeah, but back to the question for real. No, he's not in my top
No.
5. No. But Drake is very influential. Yes, he is. I will say that.
Is he? Is he? All right, let me be real.
He's influential to
Is he influential
culture in
to
this
black
generation.
people or to
All.
To all?
Because you got to think about it. In Toronto, it's not just all white people. There's people, black people there. There's a lot of islanders there. A lot of people who have rich black heritage. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't necessarily, Canada's not how people probably think it is, for real,
No,
real.
I'm not saying, I wasn't saying that. I'm just
shit.
saying, like,
Take that damn thing.
I
off.
am.
That joint the worst. You
That
can just
joint.
leave the phone on the table.
I am. It's all right.
Like, I'm not saying just black people. I'm just saying, like, you know, like with the fake accent.
Got
the
you.
pushing it. Like, don't you think he be reaching something?
Appropriation.
Yeah, he be
So
reaching.
you think it's a but
Come
Chris
on,
Brown
cuz.
does the same thing, and honestly, how
I
they
don't listen to Chris Breezy
You
like
don't?
that, though.
and how they you know, I look at it more as more of a nod to whatever genre that the song is in.
Yeah.
Because when you think
Agreed.
about it, and people do say they feel like that America always jump like the Afrobeats wave right now. Like everybody's on Afrobeats.
Shout out to Burna Boy.
Yo, that's my nigga.
That whole album
Last
crazy.
is that shit.
Last,
That's a
but the whole
hard
album
ass
fire.
sample.
You hear me? I caught myself the other day. I literally caught myself the other day walking down the steps and was like, oh, let me turn on the music. Last came on, almost fell down 3 steps. Walking down.
That Tony Braxton sample.
Oh.
He wasn't man enough
Yeah.
for me.
And shout out to Tony Braxton, too. I've been a fan since I was yay high.
Don't ever play with my aunt.
Listen, I love Tony. My favorite song from Tony, Just Be a Man About It, because Dr. Dre be like an ass in the video.
Why you not at home all the time?
Shout out to Tony. We don't know what you be saying.
Yeah.
And half of the
Yes,
song.
we do.
Yes, we do.
I don't. But you, that joint be crazy. The vibe be crazy. You play that. Your girl sing you that song, cuz you're done. Your girl sing you that. You on your phone. You out with the homies at the bar smoking hookah or something. And you get. Hold on, cuz she sent me a song. Oh, you're done, cuz it's over. Pack up, go back, live with your mom.
We grew up on that time where we was mad at a nigga. We definitely sent them songs about whatever.
When the
we was
answering
feeling.
machine, yes.
Yep.
Or put that shit
When
on
we was
blast.
happy, we sent them. When we was in a good mood, bitch.
Well, Chrissy like, take that pussy when you mad.
That should be like, well, I'm not gonna cry.
Yes. Okay, bitch.
Hey, yo.
Get your thick sunglasses. So speaking
play
of,
with it.
y'all play too much. So we gonna start this comment. What's going on? So so we saw recently on what's it called? They was discussing it on Twitter, Black Twitter, whatever Twitter you want to call it, Philly Twitter. What should Philly do with the roundhouse? No, seriously, the city is asking for your help.
The roundhouse.
Yeah.
The actual
Around the corner?
like
Yeah.
I mean, y'all asking me?
they ask. I guess they're considering
it up
getting
so
rid of it, or they want to
yeah,
turn it into something.
They're turning it into something.
So ain't nobody in there no more?
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna say this. This the most not trying to be biased. Make that shit a skating rink.
Yo, somebody said that shit. Somebody, my
Really?
first thought, a multi-level skating rink. That's literally the
All right,
first
that's
comment
dangerous.
underneath it.
I wouldn't do multi-level because
Multi-levels is dope
that
as fuck.
you start
Yeah.
but you add alcohol in that. You add.
But
It's a
think about it.
lawsuit.
If you make it like a ramp type joint.
Okay, then yeah,
Where
I was
it's
just
like
thinking that.
something-
If you
That's
do a ramp,
scary
Yeah.
as shit. But how you gonna stop?
How
That's
you gonna
scary.
stop though?
You can even it out at a certain level for you to be able to veer off. And
Okay.
once you get to a certain, it's a way that you can.
I'm scared.
I'm
that shit
drinking
out.
whiskey. They drinking bullet. So imagine we put skates on, and I'm a big man. Now, y'all can't tell on the camera, but I'm damn near 6'4", and I'm a big body, right?
Right.
Imagine
Come
me
on,
coming
big
down.
body rude boy.
Imagine me coming down with the skates
No.
on, and
No.
you're like, oh shit, he not gonna stop. That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. I'm telling y'all, I'm down with the multi-level. I'm down with the multi-level, but that shit ain't gonna work. I
Oh
think
my
you turn it
God.
into a skating rink, or
I've been fucked up on some skates before, and that shit was lit.
A
I
multi-level
was scared to
nightclub.
get on that shit. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
no
was.
nightclubs. Too
That
many.
shit was lit.
That should get
Close
culturally
down.
appropriated so quick.
I
think what you
said
do
that they
is-
should dedicate it to the reentry and the reintegration community or the homeless community. Figure out something to do with them.
Yeah, it's downtown. That's where a lot of them
Downtown.
have to sleep anyway. They don't have a choice.
LA has I forgot what area they call it, dedicated to the homeless where people live in the area. Philadelphia is just as bad. Why don't we have that?
Mm-hmm.
Can
I
I tell
agree.
you why?
Why?
To be honest with you, don't nobody care. Like
I mean,
They don't care in LA neither. That's why they just pushed them off into a section of the
we
city
gonna
by
be honest.
themselves.
Like, who can, when you see a homeless person, right? You only really be like, oh damn, that's fucked up. If you see a woman, like a younger woman or kids, you be like, tugging on my heart. You see a nigga with a beard sitting there with a sign, you be like, I'm not giving that nigga no money.
You know what I think that it's that bad in Philly, and I'm gonna just piggyback off of that because of the the high panhandling rate that we also have,
Mm.
because panhandling and
Especially right by the highway.
have become synonymous
Mm-hmm.
here in the city of Philadelphia, and everybody's not homeless necessarily.
But you know what? I don't even, to me, and this is just me, I don't even think it got nothing to do with that. I just think people don't care. Like a lot of people, I guarantee you, if you ask 50 people right now, what you feel about homeless people? 49 out of 50 gonna say, they in the way. You might get one person who inspired, like, oh, I think we should do this and do that. Everybody like, they might not even answer you.
I mean, I can see that perspective too, simply because it's like how you're saying LA don't give a fuck because they make people go to a specific part of the city. That's a different level. I'm not giving, like, all right, you here, but we're gonna take y'all out of view so nobody, when people come to visit, they ain't gotta look at y'all. So it's not kind of like I'm not trying to say that they're an eyesore, but you get what I'm saying. They want to look and feel to the city.
Exactly.
We all know what LA is about, but I feel like on Philly's part, they really don't give a fuck because it's like that wasn't even the first thought in your mind to just put homeless people in there because it's big enough, and they're occupying a lot of the space downtown because they don't have nowhere to go.
Listen, let me
That
tell
was
you.
my first thought.
Let me tell you how we know how much they don't care. They literally just said, and to put this out there, I'm not a fucking Sixers fan, so it don't matter to me either way.
Yo, yes.
But they literally just said, we in the vicinity, right? Let's put a stadium down here, right?
Yeah, that makes no
So
sense.
They already trying to fucking move this shit.
That's what I'm
down
saying.
Here. Like, no.
So if you trying to move it
Pause,
down
not
here.
to cut you off. They need to stop that bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Go ahead.
Look, I'm
saying.
not gonna say they need to stop it because when it comes to listen, I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm listening.
When you a business owner and you a multi-billionaire, it's all about growth. So wherever I can make more money at, I'm gonna make more money. As a business owner myself, I get that. But what I am gonna say is they don't care, because if they really cared, instead of saying, yo, let's take 1.3 or 1.9, whatever it was, billion and build a stadium, they said we could take half of that and build homes for the homeless. They not gonna do that. Know why? What do they get out of that? It's no revenue generated from that. It's all about money. So they're not gonna put homeless people in a roundhouse. You know where they gonna put homeless people? Where they at? When the roundhouse, whatever they do with the roundhouse.
The government is about gaining money for as much money as you can for as less as you can. So that's why I said, and
that's how
no
everything's
shade,
structured when you think about it.
Right, but not to shade them, but why not utilize the individuals who are coming out of the prison system? You're going to pay them less anyway because they have a certain background.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Why not make it something for them that they can run?
They care about them less than they care about the homeless.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, we're going to be honest, right? We all grew up in it. I'm not going to say we all grew up in the hood, but we all grew up in the hood. Mm-hmm. You know how it is when the boy from the block come home. Yo, Tony home. Mm-hmm. Everybody throw him a little party. They throw Tony a party first weekend he home. Tony like, yo, I can't be out here too late. All right, we going give him a couple $. Everybody scrounge from check. Yo, get Tony some money. 6 months later, Tony locked back up again because niggas forgot about Tony once he came home. Mm-hmm. You put a group of dudes who all came, male or, I'm not going to say dudes, male and female. You put them over there, you don't know what you mixing. You going to have dudes that feel a certain type of way. They still going to feel like they incarcerated. Yo, I'm still in a place that's owned by the city, that's funded by the government. Like, I'm still doing what I was doing. You know they going to have a curfew on it. Like, look at dudes in the halfway house now. I truly believe dudes, most of the people in halfway houses, right, would do better in society if they didn't have them curfews labeled on them. But they got them curfews on them. They try to rush back, do what they do. And then when they don't get back on time, we talking about helping people. Now with stipulation. Oh, you ain't come back on time? All right, now you can't leave for a week.
That system is completely fucked
up.
How
I'm going to get back in the community if you're not allowing me to make money so that I could be on my own? You put me in a position. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people not even going to like that. That's why I said you got to do something where everybody could be affected by it. And it got to make money for the city to really do it. Me personally, roller skate, or I would say a drive-in movie theater.
Oh, that would be flames.
Because you could do that. You could do that with all group types, all economic backgrounds. It's universal. It's something that me personally, I would love to go to a drive-in movie theater on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We didn't see that growing up.
Right.
My mom always be like, oh, I remember around the corner they had to drive it. What, Mom?
Yeah, they definitely did.
We
You're right.
experienced that.
We
so
didn't.
I think you do something like that. Or you make it a museum or something. You want to make some money off, make it a museum or something. Make it something that but it got to be something where the city gonna see a check off of it. They not gonna do nothing for free.
I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, the city's actually it's going crazy because even a lot of the I actually was reading about the fact that a lot of these rec centers, so they're allowing businesses to like have
Yeah, I think that's really
to do like have a space to rent for free in exchange for mentorships with the youth in the community, or or people who want to pursue business. So I mean, I feel like that's a good exchange.
I feel like we should do something just because.
Yeah, and being as though when you talking about, I think that they said, how many spaces was it? I want to say it was like either super close to or a little just over 100 different recreation centers in the city that are like literally not. Nobody's doing anything.
Because nobody's doing anything with the rec centers
and
anymore.
that's crazy.
Yeah. This generation they don't go out to the rec centers and play basketball and football and get into the different teams and activities that they got going on the rec no more like how we did when we was coming up.
Yeah, because I'm definitely a Boys and Girls Club girl, definitly. So I did 2 years there.
My brothers grew up in what was it the whole football AYF and all of that.
Oh,
different Pop Warner and all of those programs here for like sports and stuff.
Yep.
This generation, like the young adults today who are between 18 and 21, they didn't do that.
Yo, they walk around with hoodies on.
I just had a conversation about
they don't do
5
that.
hours ago about that.
But the crazy thing is, I heard something on, and I'm not gonna shout out the radio station because I'm not about that. But I was listening to something today, and the guy was like,
"But listen, listen."
Oh, the guy was like, "Yo, why the kids wearing hoodies?" Like, well, they did a research on it, and most of the kids in this age bracket say they do it for body issues. And I'm like, huh?
What?
Like, what? What you mean? Like, you feel like if you wear a hoodie outside in the summertime, what are you covering up? Oh, my body. I just think this generation under us.
You ain't got no fucking bitch. You can't even spell body.
Body shaming and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I was just talking to one of our friends from college.
Most of the motherfuckers I see like that are skinny as shit. So I don't understand.
No, honestly, for real, you right.
Shout out to my little cousin. Hey, Marty, you wear that hoodie all the time, and I be look.
Like
my
they
aunt be
bony
like,
as shit look like sticks. They look like toothpicks with motherfucking
listen.
Q-tips with hoodies
I wish I could call her right now and ask her how much you weigh. He probably weigh like a solid 120. Marty be like, hoodie on all day. I be like, cuz I'm burning up watching.
The nigga is nothing but bones underneath
Listen,
that hoodie.
but I get it though. Like it's different. When we grew, I'm gonna tell you why I get it, because we did some crazy shit growing up that these kids will never understand. Like if we tell them some of the shit we did growing up, they be like, "What was wrong?"
But that's
with
because
y'all?
they wouldn't understand it because they didn't live in that life. They got technology and all that other stuff is different. We grew up with internet. Just started.
Right, but we didn't.
They don't know shit about
body
dial-up.
shaming either.
No, we did. But we did. It was
just-
called
it
teasing.
was
You
called
know why
bu-
it was
it was called
called?
busting.
It was called 4 eyes. Yeah, you ain't got no titties.
Right, you ain't
got
got no
busting.
ass.
Yeah,
All types of
all
shit.
Listen,
Yeah.
I tell people all the
Acne, all
time.
kinds of
I done
shit.
heard every fat joke you could say.
I done heard
And
every
I
black
never-
joke.
I
you
never
can-
went home
every
like
glasses joke and acne joke in the
Right.
fucking world.
Yes.
And
I
no
be like,
titty joke in the world.
But that's the thing though. We grew up in the era. I call this era that's out now. Everybody get a trophy area, and they be like, "Why you
That's
say
real
that?"
shit.
I be like, "Cause nowadays, like, you go to a tournament right with the kids.
Yep.
They be like, oh, with the 11th place trophy, they might not get a trophy, but they get like little pendants.
Something that recognizes. No, you need something that should make you work hard.
Right.
I don't think
that's why these little that's why these little
agree with that.
Negroes be out here killing each other.
No, that's real
No,
shit.
They
why?
all think they deserve something.
Not
Yeah.
even
for
that.
nothing.
They don't know how to take a loss.
Yep.
That too.
When we grew up, you had to rumble. Like even if you lost, cats respected you. Like,
Yep.
all right,
Because
he
you got out there
swung,
and you did your
he
thing.
did his thing. You might have left with a broke. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had my jaw broke because I was a big nigga. Nigga thought I was in high school. I was in middle school. I beat his brother up. His brother came around the corner, caught me one. Solid joint. Cracked him. Boom. I was done. But guess what? His runaway was like, they used to call, for instance, if you around uptown area, niggas know who I am. They used to call me Burger. Right? It's like, oh, but Burger's sitting there for the grown man in middle school. So you got respect off of that.
Mm-hmm.
These days, you used to watch two young boys fight. Whoever lose that fight,
Somebody
he gonna
come back
spin the
and kill
block.
Somebody. Yeah.
Cause
That shit
they was
corny.
taught from a young age. Yeah,
No
you
matter
tried.
what,
So you still won't get an award.
That's very true.
You don't need that.
That is
You
very
don't need that.
fucking true.
I just watched a lot of the homies go back and like the comments was rolling. I was up for a little bit looking at the I be just watching stuff like just different conversations that people be having. And a couple of the homies was actually talking about that because a couple of homies from college actually coach and they actually played sports. And they was snapping like, no, like that's not how we grew up. Like at the end of the day, like you said, he hit that 11. I swear he said something like 8th or 9th, but he's like, yo, that shit is out of pocket, bro.
Yeah.
Like ain't nobody trying to hear that. Like I'm not about to congratulate. Like basically people were saying I'm not about to be super hyped over
didn't
my
settle
child
for
getting
second
first
place in the fucking
Exactly.
I played football
They
for
just
Dobbins.
in third place. Shit.
Right.
We was growing up.
I went to Dobbins, graduated 07. That 07 team we had football, y'all know who y'all is. We probably should have went further than what we did, right? But when we lost, it wasn't here go a 5th place or a 4th place trophy.
No, you lost.
So
nigga.
making it to the playoffs, you
See
had
you
one
next year.
chance, right? and like for us,
That part.
you know, niggas took that to heart. That was our last year of football. Like most of us, you wasn't playing professional.
Right.
Half of us wasn't going to college unless you had a scholarship.
Right.
Niggas got emotional. You get emotional, you get over it. But you learn how to lose.
You learn how to lose.
And then you like, all right, the get back gonna be better. So for the young bulls who played with us, who was like, oh, all right, we gonna make it to the chip one year. I lie to y'all not. If we graduated 07, I think 09 they won the chip. So it was like they learned how it was to lose, build themselves up. When they got to get back, got a ring. Absolutely. So it was like you learn from your mistakes. I think I seen something on, you know how they be having the little TikTok or the reels, and they be having little inspirational quotes.
Yeah.
And the boy, I posted it. I'm gonna see. I can't remember word for word. You know, I'm a little tipsy right now, so I don't want to be lying to people. But the boy say the greatest version of you is not the you who could do everything. The greatest version of you is the disciplined version of you.
Absolutely.
That's all it comes down to. These young boys got no discipline.
Nope.
Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be the next go get it. Or I'm gonna do that. When you don't even got to do that. All you got to do is be disciplined to your craft.
And be you.
And you going to rock out regardless.
That's the most important thing. Yeah, that's the most important. Staying true to you. Like,
Here it is.
Don't try to be nobody else. Because then you got to remember too much shit that ain't.
I'm about to say, yeah, because you got to remember too much outside of that. Real shit.
Yeah, but they don't know how to do that.
They really don't.
They don't. But what people do know how to do, let's drive into these topics.
That actually kind of segues
coming in
us
hot.
right into
It does. Our topic.
Go ahead, Jack. Take it away.
Wait, we on live right now?
What
Or
you
y'all
mean?
just y'all live streaming or?
No, we about to know. We have our
You
shit
said
ready.
topics. I figured somebody asked a question. Yeah.
No, we always have our topics ready.
Hey, listen. I'm proud of you.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
What? I would ask if I had the opportunity, I would ask a question. Excuse me, can I ask y'all a question?
You missed the live last week. Anyway.
No, I didn't miss it. Y'all didn't call me.
Okay, you know what? Anyway, so true or false? Is this statement true or false to you from your perspective? People date, marry, or procreate at their level of self-esteem.
Nah. I seen too many ugly niggas with the baddest.
Damn, you answered that question fast.
Cause I seen too many ugly niggas with baby moms, and you be like, nah, cuz how?
Damn, when you say it in that perspective,
I think
it's a lot of ugly niggas with bad bitches and vice versa.
Yeah.
It ain't even about the ugly. It's about like how. Even when I think about in terms of like knowing someone's character and seeing the person that they're with, and it's just like, how did you wind up with this fucko?
Yeah.
But think about it though. 90% of the
Wait a minute.
time.
Some people say that about me. Don't do that.
Nah, but listen, it's different. Know why? Because 90% of the time when you see these people, you don't know their character. You just going off of.
It's not. I'm talking about knowing people that you actually know.
Oh, well, I know. I can't speak on it, but I know why.
But you know why? Well, let me.
Why you can't?
No, wait.
Keep on knocking, but you about to come in.
Speak on it, and I'm piggyback because what I was going to say is what I just said. Like, I thought you would. People might say that about me, but I don't treat my significant other or somebody that I'm dating like the rest of the world. First of all, for one, I give the energy that I receive. So if you giving me nasty, you gonna get nasty.
What kind of nasty?
If you giving me attitude, you gonna fucking get attitude. If you getting buck, you gonna get buck. Period. Like, so
I'm just saying, it's I get what y'all saying.
I feel like for women specifically, when women feel like another woman is bitchy, or if another woman is intimidated,
there you go.
whether she wants to say it or not, by another woman, I do feel like in that aspect, they look at men to be like, how the fuck did they even deal with somebody, like her? But it's just like, the way that I feel like the way that women handle women and the way that women handle men is two totally different things.
It is.
Well,
but I think every yourself, how you feel about yourself is directly related to how you treat other people. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's no way, and when it boils down to it, people who treat people like shit are not happy with themselves.
To be treated.
Absolutely,
yeah.
You're not happy with yourself. Like for you to go walk around and treat people with the utmost disrespect. It's like it's real. Some real ignorant ass miserable people out here. Like, let's be honest about it. Being candid, and when you really think, it's like, all right, you just miserable. You just unhappy. At the end of the day, you probably have nothing to look forward to when you're every morning you're in the mirror. You're just like, here I am again.
Saying damn to myself.
And I don't wish that on nobody, but there are people who that's their story. And it's just like, well, damn, like, I do get what people say about that. Like, I'm only, because think about people who stay in relationships after a certain point, is because their self-esteem has dwindled to a point of non-existence. Now you don't have no self-esteem. So now you just in this situation and it's a revolving door. You're never leaving. I've seen it 1,000 times, like men and women, like both, for all kinds of different reasons. All kinds of different reasons. So I do think that people do, for the most part, marry, date, and procreate with their level of self-esteem. And the only reason I say that is because when you know better, you do better. And a lot of people are not having the conversations that they need to have with people before they're having children. And we already talked about that. I am about to even get on that.
I think of your self-esteem, when I hear you say it that way, I think if your self-esteem is at a certain level, excuse me, you may marry beyond, because that's your way of trying to
pull yourself
up.
Okay.
And in the opposite aspect, I think that if you don't feel like you're enough, you'll only
date people who you know aren't sure of themselves. Correct. Or have low self-esteem, because it's easier for you to control them and make them feel,
or you don't have to do much to
appease them. Yep. How you feel about that?
He said, y'all bet you just
are
said
you
a lot.
laughing?
Because look, right, I'm going to keep it a bean.
Well,
I hear what y'all saying, but it just be.
Give it to us. Come on.
Come on, man. Because be honest, right? I look at it like this. Self-esteem, it got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, it does.
In all honesty. But a lot of times, niggas just be fishing. Like, you know how many times I could literally take a net out my back pocket and throw it in the water, and what the fuck I get back?
Not out your back pocket.
Right? No, but look. And
I'm not, listen,
because look, a lot of days, right? When you in Philly, and I'm not saying this as a whole, but I'm just saying, like, you see this, right? I could go to a bar right now. Mm-hmm. I could go to a bar. What's tonight? Tuesday? Mm-hmm. So it's $2 Tuesday. Right?
Taco Tuesday, yep.
Taco Tuesday, $2 Tuesday, whatever you get into, right? Shout out to my spots. You know, y'all know where I be at. Joy, I'm coming to holler at you again. You know what I like to drink. But but look though.
Go ahead.
You could be in a bar, right?
Yep.
And they could go to a bar. A lot of dudes think that materials is drip. Mm. So a nigga would be like, oh, if I put this on, I'm going to bag every female in the bar because they going to see, oh, he got money, right? Mm-hmm. See, men do shit in reverse of women. Mm-hmm. Men, we retarded for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, we do shit for women and then be like, fuck her. But, like, we don't spend money to impress other niggas. We spend money to impress
the
women.
Females, yeah.
So a dude gonna say
these new guys, I don't know.
Well, but it's levels to it too, though.
Section battles, I seen them.
Yeah, it's levels
sharing
to it.
chains and bottles, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know, some guys came from a different era.
I mean, no shade. We got a lot of little murders out here. Just saying, little murders. Or y'all must not watch P-Valley.
No,
just saying.
Hey, babe, tell them what happened when I was down there and you tried to get me to watch it. Not my type of show. But I'm gonna keep it a bean. So, no disrespect, but that just ain't for me. But what I'm going to say is, like, dudes, to me, it's not about self-esteem with dudes. It's about who more flashy. If I'm more flashy, I'm going to get whoever. And the thing that make it keep happening is the girls bite the worm every time. Not saying that y'all do it, but the average female in Philly, if a nigga pull up right now with a Hellcat, she getting it. I'ma just keep
No,
it a
that's on the
bean.
gang. And honestly, and I was going to say 2 points actually. So what it sounds like you're saying is the statement that Ana read.
Mm-hmm.
You don't agree with, and you more so feel like it relates to women and not men.
No. Cause it's some niggas out here who
Okay.
wild too. Cause I know dudes right now who, if a chick pull up with a S550 bombed out and she get out, feet done, hair, nails, all yada yada yada, and she say, "You want to get in?" He jumping in the front seat.
Yep.
So it don't gotta go one sex to the other. I'm talking about as a whole. Like,
Thank you.
Listen,
Thank you for
I'll be
clarifying.
the first to tell you if I'm sitting on my steps chilling, and Shorty pull up in a G63 and tell me, "Shiz, what's up?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I holler at y'all. I'm getting in the car.
Come on, that pocket.
You know why? No,
That
I'm gonna tell you why.
pocket.
Hey, babe, I love you too. I'm just saying this, but this is real talk. When, as a man, well, I'm not gonna say as all, but as me, if I see a woman got all that without me,
Mm-hmm.
imagine what she gonna do with me. You feel me? So a lot of dudes look at it like, all right, if she pulling up with this, and this, she already established.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know she not hollering at me for my bread,
Mm-hmm.
because she got her own.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas though, same thing with, but see, dudes don't think like,
I say logical dudes think like
logical
that.
dudes think like that. I think like that because I think like this. Look, I'm an up and coming business owner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna shout my business out at the end of the pod too. If I
Yeah,
can
you the
say
boss
that.
of the week for sure.
But-
But go ahead.
I feel as though if I'm dealing with a woman and she can't help me progress to the next level, right? And I don't mean making money, but I just mean anything. Like, if you don't support me the way I support myself, you not for me. You feel me?
Right.
And I think that go with a lot of dudes. It's not self-esteem. It's more so, I don't want to say mental because I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad thing. But a lot of dudes just don't know how to be open and honest and be like, I could do better for myself.
Right.
A lot of dudes think you got to be stuck with a certain, like you think because you grew up in the hood, you got to deal with a hood chick. You
Right.
think it's cool to have multiple chicks, multiple babies,
Multiple headaches.
multiple headaches because you see that.
Right.
In all honesty, listen, if you throw that net out there, listen, if you grew up down north and you say, you know what, I don't want to deal with a woman from down north. No,
Them
I was
North
saying
Philly
though,
chicks.
like, so if you from North Philly, you don't gotta date a chick from North Philly,
Right.
right? But a lot of dudes got this thing where they don't aspire to be greater than what they can possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like everybody think, oh, I gotta do that. Nah, listen, if you from North Philly and you want to go talk to a girl that live in, I don't know, Delaware County or wherever, or the main line, go ahead, cuz throw your net out there. Because 9 times out of 10, she gonna bite.
Yeah.
She gonna bite. You don't gotta go to a bar. You don't gotta go to the spot, to the You don't gotta do that. All you gotta do is be yourself. And I think that's why I say it, to me, it's not self-esteem. Because self-esteem, you gonna go wherever and you gonna feel like I could get whoever.
But do you think sometimes in the example that you just showed, a North Philly nigga might not have enough self-esteem to feel like he can talk to somebody outside of North Philly or outside of the hood, per se?
Nah, I don't think it got nothing to do with self-esteem. I think it got to do with image. I think it got to do with perception from other people. Like,
And your energy, who you attract too.
listen, I went to school and no disrespect where y'all went to school, I went to Diamonds. We had, 9 times out of 10, we had the baddest bitches in the city from all over the city going there. Fuck Girls High, fuck Hollahan, fuck. We had cosmetology, we had fashion design. So, bitches, all the bad bitches wanted to be hairdressers and fashion designers and make clothes.
Y'all was in competition with Overbrook. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying from my point of view as a young man who went there for 4 years, played football, seen all that.
We graduated in the same year, nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
challenging you on
but
that.
I'm just saying, I seen some bodies. You feel me? Like, I ain't talking this before BBLs. I seen natural bodies.
Period.
You feel me? So what I'm saying is, when you see that, right, you like, wow, like, all right, this is North Philly. But not realizing, like, a lot of them ain't even live in North Philly.
No.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you like,
my
this
cousin
North.
definitely went to Dobbins and lived in Southwest.
Exactly.
Because it was a
Out of
trade
pocket,
school.
it was a trade school.
Yeah, it changed. It wasn't the way it was when we was growing up when we was little.
Mhm.
That was a
Listen.
neighborhood school in the beginning, from what I remember.
It's a trade school. Listen, in Randolph, we not going to listen. Randolph was our little brother. They their own entity now, but
Right,
they
they
was
their
our
own
little
entity
brother.
now. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, a lot of dudes, the perception is if you from North, like, all right, and I'm not knocking nobody who do this, but if you that nigga down North, and when I say that nigga, y'all know what I mean, right? If you that nigga down North, you gonna talk to that bitch down North. So that means whether she got the hair salon, she do nails, she this, she that, you gonna talk to her, right? That's a perception that niggas got.
That's
but in
very
all
true.
honesty,
That's a Philly thing. It's true.
I ain't even gonna say it's a Philly thing.
It's just a hood thing.
That's
It's a hood
that's
thing.
a black
Yeah.
community thing.
Yeah.
Cause I done been to different communities in different states and
And seen
different
the same
hoods,
thing
and you
happen.
see the same thing. You go down Houston, right? You go to Houston,
That's true. Yeah.
you gonna see the same thing. The nigga who got the biggest nigga down there, right? Shout out to old head Trade the Truth, right? Trade the Truth do the weekend down there, right? Or Trade Day. When Trade Day do that, you see everybody come out, right? But you still know them hood niggas. Like, oh, that's a hood nigga. Like that nigga, you know that nigga run the hood. But you look on his arm, you're not gonna see the Fortune 500 lady. You gonna see the joint hair tied up, hair look good.
Shalisa from around the way.
Exactly. But that might not even be who he really like. He might like Melissa from the county.
Okay, cool.
But he not gonna disrespect the hood and let the hood down and get Melissa. Because the first thing they gonna say is, yeah, she black, but she really white.
That's not true because I lived in the county and I'm nowhere near white.
But I didn't say you.
I know you're not, but I'm just saying. I just wanted to put that out there because
She's
there's
an
this
example.
big stigma,
Yeah.
even in Philly, with
That
people
county
and county
girls.
people and
Yeah.
county girls. And let me be the first to tell you, my fucking folks, both my folks is from North Philadelphia. My whole entire family.
we-
Yeah, I'm like,
live
technically
in-
you're
we
not
know.
from the county, though.
Shout out to Cuz. What up, Cuz?
Excuse me, and that's why Anna,
Yeah.
you specifically,
Yeah.
and this is a Philly thing for
Hold on,
anybody.
can I
who's
use the
Yes,
word
and I
behind
haven't
it?
and I
I'm
haven't
saying
lived
this
in
at the
North Philly
beginning
for
of
a
the
long
episode.
time. We know
She's
this.
an anomaly.
Anna is
That's what I'm
is
saying,
an
like-
anomaly because Anna, you represent something that
Some people
literally
don't.
probably 1% of Philadelphia represents.
Right. Not even 1%.
Literally, yeah, not even 1% of
Look,
Philadelphia.
Brittany
Your
Griner,
parents
she
are
locked up
from
for
North Philly.
0.7 grams. You like
Right.
0.7 of a gram of what we used to.
No real
Okay,
shit.
gotcha.
All right, we gonna be
Like your
honest.
parents are from North Philly and then transitioned you. One parent transitioned you
Exactly.
from into the county, into Delaware. You were not raised in the county.
You don't think so?
You just went to school there.
Yeah,
No.
that's completely different.
That's completely
That's what I'm
different.
saying. It's not the
Your
same
parents'
thing.
foundation and your foundation is not the fucking county.
Your roots
It's
is
not.
North Philly.
You were not raised in the county. You just went to
That's what I'm
school
saying.
there.
I got cousins. Shout out to my aunts and them and my uncle. Right.
My cousin went to Catholic school her whole life.
Life,
She
but
lived in fucking Southwest her
yeah,
whole life.
Yeah, I
Listen,
get-
my
I get what you
cousins,
mean.
they grew up in the county their whole life. Like, they grew up in county parts. So their view on life is not really different because they still black. They still had to deal with the fakeness of, white people. They went to a county school.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, go to a school in the county, a high school in the county. When I first saw their school, I thought it was a junior college.
No,
Like,
Same.
when I
facts,
got
facts,
older,
facts.
I'm like, damn, they got
Same.
a football field, a baseball field,
Yeah,
a softball
facts.
field, a
Because I
volleyball.
didn't have that in my school.
At my
No.
school, we had a dirt lot behind the school. You got the basketball court that was used for the volleyball court, and that was that.
Our
We-
basketball court wasn't used since the fucking 80s. when I went to
Exactly.
Alabama.
So it's like when you that guy, when you that bull that they ordain in the hood as he the one, and you go do something outside the norm, you always gonna get looked at different. That's why niggas scared to do it. Like just like and I don't listen. It don't matter to me because I say love
Do you
is
think
who
some
you love.
niggas are scared because they don't want to have a target on their back though?
Not gonna have it. Listen, you got a target on your back since the day you was fucking born. You black.
Right,
I mean,
date
yeah,
who you want.
But a target on your back from your community and your folks and your culture versus a target on your back from those you expect it from. Don't you feel like it's a little bit
Yeah,
different?
but nowadays I expect it from them before I expect it from them. I expect if I blow up.
Nowadays, but growing up, I don't feel like we felt that way.
We didn't feel that way growing up, but I also think we was what's the word I'm looking for? We was blocked off from that. Like when we grew up, right? Think about it. When we was younger, because how old was you, Anna?
33.
33?
Almost at 2.
How old you?
Shit.
and I'm 33. So we all the same age, right? So that means we was all born in either late 88 or early 89, right?
89, yep.
So our family, we didn't, when we was outside running around on the streets, we wasn't ducking and dodging bullets.
Nope.
And if it was some shit like that went down, that shit happened after we was off the corner, right? So we didn't even know about, like, only thing we knew about was, yo, I'm going outside, my ass better be back on the porch before the street light come on. We didn't think about the cops shooting us. We didn't think about.
We just said that.
We didn't think about it like that because at the same time, y'all just said it. The internet was nothing. It wasn't nothing. What was the internet? I remember. I literally remember.
You had to go outside to have fun.
You had to
steal the bacon, all that shit.
You had to go outside. I remember. I lie to you not.
Hopscotch, football, double dutch.
Yeah, we was just talking about that. I told my aunt, I see. I remember when the girls used to play double dutch and the boys would be playing king ball or we be bouncing the ball off the curb, right? And we get bored and be like, fuck it, throw the ball in the rope. Like, we used to do shit like
That's
that.
how Catch a Girl Freaking
Or
Girl
if we
started,
ain't had no net,
yeah.
I remember on my block, because I used to live on Toronto Street, so on my block, we ain't have nets. We had the crates
A milk crate.
On the pole.
The old head on the block put a milk crate right there we could play on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nowadays, your target, you know who you know you got a target on your back from both sides. Like, before, you didn't even realize as kids, as our age, we didn't care about targets.
Right.
We had, listen, we're gonna be honest, and when I say this shit, I'm not saying this shit to be a Debbie Downer, but we had aspirations as kids. These fucking kids don't got no aspirations. They think the best they could do is I'm gonna trap until I get locked up, or I'm not gonna get caught, or if I do get caught, I better not rat. You know what? I might get a job later on down life, but it ain't gonna be much. The average young boy nowadays, he don't got no dreams and no hopes. That nigga just look at it like, fuck it, I'm here.
They don't expect to live past a certain age.
They don't expect to live past a certain age.
It's crazy.
I see niggas on Instagram all the time. Oh, I made it to 21. Nigga,
that's
what?
I said. They don't expect to live past a
Yeah,
certain age.
like what, nigga? I be like, well, damn, I must be old then. Cause like, I made it to 33 with no issue. Like, don't get me wrong, we all had issues.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, nah, like, you can't think like that.
You know what's interesting, and that you said that, I don't know why, but it made me think. I was listening to Patti LaBelle's Drink Champs interview.
Me too. It was so good.
I love it.
That's my aunt.
And y'all about to say, you know that's my aunt. Patty,
Yes.
shout out to you guys. I love you. I ain't seen you in a minute, but I fucking love you. Patty said specifically, and again, this is something that anybody who's a true fan of hers or anybody who knows her personally knows. She said, I'm not moving out of Philly. I'm a Philly girl to my heart. She said New York is too fast paced. LA pretty much said they too bougie. They too uppity. I don't like that.
I hear a lot of people say that.
And their mindset. And she said, and Nori said to her, he said, but I imagine you being a bougie girl and stepping outside. And she said, no, Philly is quiet enough for me. And he said, Philly?
Like the real Philly?
Right, he said,
like
Philly?
He was taking it back.
Right, he was taking it back. He said, Philly? Quiet enough for you? But, and I said that to say, and when he said that, I laughed listening to it because I said, yeah, because you can be born and raised from Philly and know the nitty gritty about it, know the shit that happens, but may not necessarily be a part of it and still have that quiet aspect to where that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, you have your little bubble because it is some
Yeah,
nooks
you
and
have your
crannies
bubble.
and
Yeah.
different sections where it's like it's cool around
And
here. It's not as bad.
Totally
but you go a couple blocks
understood.
that way. Oh shit!
And as a Philly fucking girl,
You
I
know
knew
it's true.
exactly where
meant.
she was coming
Me
from.
too. Because I feel like I don't need to go super far outside
Because-
of Philly for peace and quiet. I just don't. I don't feel like I need to go 3, 4, 5
I have
hours.
certain days where I feel like, damn, what the fuck is going on?
You feel like you do?
But I have a lot of days where it wasn't until I heard that specific moment on the podcast and I said to myself, I get it, because I have those days too where I'm just like, yeah, I'm 33. What? Like, you think it's damn funny?
Citizens.
Hey, listen here, right?
I'm 33, and it's just like I had a lot of days where I felt like, yeah, I'm never. First of all, I'm never scared to go outside my fucking door. Never.
Don't laugh at her.
Don't laugh. No, I'm serious. First of all, I'm not scared to die because that's one of the reasons why. No matter where I live at.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what you said and how you said it. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when my bag come, I'm gone. No.
99% of people say that. But I get it. But again, anybody who's a true fan of Patty or knows her personally knows that she still lives here.
No, we know that, but it's different though. And I'm gonna tell you why.
I will always have a house in Philly, so I get it.
I'm gonna tell you why it's different. Because do Patty really live in Philly, or Patty live on the outskirts of Philly? Because I done seen her episodes when she was on the Cooking Network and cats was coming to her crib. That house ain't in Philly.
It's not in Philly.
So we gonna be real, because when you get in a bag, when you get in a certain bag, like it's athletes that live in this city who choose to live in Jersey for a reason.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So let's be honest here. Like, I respect Miss LaBelle. That's an OG, but it's a little fraudulent.
Miss LaBelle.
Because it ain't like she got a crib down on 23rd in Indiana. It ain't like she living on.
Shit. Nobody's keeping a fucking crib in 23rd
No,
Indiana.
But I'm not saying that. But you're.
Gilly's not keeping a fucking crib in 23rd.
But you're proving my
Meek
point.
don't got a crib.
You're proving my point.
None of us sitting at this table are going to keep a fucking crib on the block we grew up on, even if we decide to stay close to the city.
I would. The block I grew up on that I currently live on now, if I leave and I decide to leave the crib that I'm at now there, I will leave it there. Know why? Because I say this, and I always tell people this. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Well, you know why? You an uptown nigga. That's a whole different part of the fucking city.
You can't say that no more, though, because the whole city on fire.
It's still different. It's still different.
I feel like in Uptown, like when we was coming up,
It's
Uptown was not the way it is now.
Yeah.
I feel like Uptown did just like this.
Yeah.
It's
Uptown,
not.
But see, I'm not really uptown though.
No,
I live on it.
I agree with that, but it's still, you can still walk in Uptown and feel semi-safer than you can walking in North Philly or West Philly.
I can't say that because I carry my gun with me everywhere I go.
Right.
Like, and I'm just being honest. I carry my gun with me everywhere I go. The number one thing you taught as a young man that I don't think
my nigga, Uptown don't got fucking trash on the streets still.
Whoa, you come to my block.
Barely.
Come to my block.
The fuck?
Niggas, listen.
I think South Philly and North Philly might be.
That's what I'm like. Listen, Uptown's still the cleanest part of the fucking
but
city.
See, I can't say I live uptown. That's like you said. I live in Germantown.
Okay, cool.
Germantown is different.
That's what I'm saying. I don't live uptown. Like niggas say, you uptown? No, I'm Germantown. Cause I'm right on the outskirts. Like it's North Philly. I could walk on this side of the street, be in North Philly in certain parts, and this side I'm in Germantown. So that's why
it's so much of an argument about what part of the city is which once you get to the north side.
Oh no! Listen, it's straight up. It's uptown,
straight Philly
uptown,
shit, y'all. Sorry.
Uptown, Mount Airy, Germantown, North Philly. It's just like it ain't no up, and then you got Albany on the outskirts, which is on fire right now too.
Don't forget about Dogtown.
What to me, that's
Nice
all part
town.
of. That's all part of. I feel like
Brickyard.
Nicetown, North Philly, Brickyard,
yeah.
Dogtown. That's all Germantown.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. But
me too. But
if you're from those areas, they feel very different.
Just like South Philly got its different hoods
But
too.
South Philly,
Old Gerard,
and you from
Estates.
across the tracks.
but see, South Philly different because South Philly was made different. When they made Germantown, they made Germantown as Germantown. We took sets just like they do any other thing and turned it into that. But if you literally look on a map, that should say East Philadelphia.
It is. No, literally.
It does.
It literally says
It
East
does.
Philadelphia.
As a kid, I always said that.
I moved to North and I'm like looking at the maps and shit. And one of my like neighbors, he was like, "Oh, where you gotta go?" Because I'm going to a shoot. Mind you, I've never don't know any spots in there. I'm like, looks like I have to go to East North Philadelphia. They start laughing at me.
See what I'm saying?
They start laughing at me because they're like, "Yo, you're not from around here."
Yeah.
Everybody has a part
as soon as
broken
you say
down.
it, Yup, it is.
That's what I'm saying. We broke that down. And I'm not knocking us for it. I think we did. I think it's always good to have what you call your own. Granted, we don't own none of this shit. But it's what we consider where we grew up. If you want to know technically, I grew up in the jungle. That's what they called it. The jungle. I grew up right off of Haines Street was on one side, Somerville was on the other side, the jungle was in the middle. Mm-hmm. That's where we was. The jungle was literally 5, maybe 6 blocks, and we had to ride out against any niggas that came in there. Right? Any niggas that came in there.
Come on down in the jungle
ride
where
out.
the girls
But
get
look,
naked.
the thing is though, right? The old heads we grew up around, all the old heads we grew up around, they told us like, look, this y'all community right here. Fuck the outside. This y'all community. Now,
Blame your old heads.
Every community got their little inner beefs and shit, right?
Yeah.
But the outside shit was different though. Know why?
It always was.
Because I could hate you. I could hate this nigga. But if this nigga from here hit that nigga,
we all
gonna
that
fuck
nigga.
you up.
Yeah, right.
So it's like that's why I say this hood shit. That hood shit is different.
It
like
is.
when you break hoods down. Listen, at the end of the day, North Philly is this fucking big on a map.
That's every section. Excuse me, of Philadelphia. Let's be very clear.
South Philly, 'cause that shit really small. It's really the smallest.
Real
part.
shit. But when you think about us, like think about Philadelphia compared to New York.
We a smaller city.
Each one of New
else.
York's boroughs are
is
the
just
size of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We break down our
That's
little,
why I don't even
our
try to know
city
where I'm
is
going
like
around there.
25 miles long across the city.
But that's why I also say
It's not big for real.
That's why I say this city is so. That's why Philly's so unique though, because for Philly to be really small, like we're gonna be real,
We broken down.
It's top 10 in people in the city. It's top 10 in. I'm pretty sure it's top 10 in
the country.
Right?
We are. No,
so
we are.
You look at Philly in every aspect. They got four
culturally. Yeah.
They got 4 top sports teams that you could talk about for the most part, right? They got culturally is always something going on in Philly.
We got some of the best food in the country.
You got some of the best food in the country. If you come down Center City any given weekend during the year, I ain't talking about winter, fall, summer, spring, you're going to meet somebody from another country.
Yep.
That's
right?
very true.
So
I drove Uber and I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Our city is small.
I always met somebody.
But our city is, I always tell people this, right? If they had a city world war,
Philly might win.
I don't think we win because I'm be honest with y'all. Fucking New York, Brooklyn,
a lot of niggas.
Brooklyn, and fucking that down there in Florida. I don't give a fuck what city you find in Florida. It's some of the craziest motherfuckers in Florida and Brooklyn. Like, and when I say crazy, I mean like dangerous.
I would take Florida over New York because that nigga Kodak Black is different.
But that's what I'm. But see what I'm saying.
Speaking of which, I don't like his new song, but I do like the beat. But go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Philly gonna hold their own. Cause see, one thing about Philly niggas,
we different.
You disrespect one Philly nigga on a
yeah,
disrespect.
That's why I said we on the fucking top.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about. Let me tell you something, baby. Florida, I love you because I'm gonna get a 10. New York, I love y'all because I love y'all accent.
Fuck them rats though.
But them
rats come outside in broad daylight.
And them big ass roaches.
Man, them niggas upright like Master Splinter. Fuck you talking about.
And fuck Miami too. I want to put this out here. No, I fucks with Ross, Trina, Trick Daddy.
Don't forget about Duval.
Duval from Jacksonville. That's why.
But I'm just
Miami, right? But I was in Miami 2 years ago on a trip. I went outside on the balcony of the hotel at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I was drunk. I've never seen a fucking light-skinned roach in my life. It was a roach this big crawling on the balcony, and I just seen them all over. I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on down there.
Oh, them palmetto bugs. They different.
Yeah, palmettos
Yo,
are
that's
different.
a whole nother look.
No,
yeah,
palmettos.
I'm a big man.
Yeah.
I'm a big man. I went right back in the room. Lock the door.
First of all, I don't even do the little lizards. I'm scared of
cool
them.
with the little lizard.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the little lizard ain't really gonna fuck with you. That cockroach, that shit get in your luggage, is a whole new breed.
No, meanwhile, in Philly, all we have to worry about is possums, stray dogs, and raccoons, and tomcats. That's it.
But even
Tomcat.
And it be a lot of pregnant cats in Philly.
It do.
Like the cats in Philly.
I have a cat that lives next door to me.
How we get the cats?
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not bullshitting y'all.
Your cat baby mom.
This fucking cat. Every time I walk up on the cat just had babies about 2 or 3 months ago. Every time I'm walking up to the door, y'all, I swear to God, the bitch. And she black like Salem from Sabrina.
Yes. Yo.
I was walking up my step. The bitch was. I said, "Well, bitch, who you walking up on?"
You walking in her territory.
Bitch, I was walking out the door a different day. The bitch didn't move when I swung the fucking screen door. I said, "Bitch, why you didn't move?" I had to grab the mace and shh for the bitch to move.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? These fucking animals is
you
taking over.
macing cats? What the?
Hey, Peter, the
They
views,
got rabies,
the views
fleas,
of
and
this
ticks.
motherfucker is not my views. I don't mace cats because
Me
I
neither.
got
It was a
business I
stray,
don't go down for none
Mr.
of that shit.
SPCA.
Call Peter.
No, but real
Fuck
shit,
you,
though.
Peter. PITA and PETA.
Fuck that shit. Listen, I'm telling y'all though.
Fuck
This
Peter
shit is
Bray
big.
and Peter.
Listen, that's why I love this city though. Like the city is dope. The city is love. But the one thing about this city that pissed me off is
What?
it's too much hating.
It is.
So with that being said, let me ask you this one question. This probably gonna be our last topic, right? So the staying neutral or not picking a side challenge your loyalty.
Yeah.
In the hood sense, I feel like niggas definitely gonna say yeah.
Not
If
me.
you not,
I don't
because if
give
you
a
ain't got
fuck
shit
who
to do
you
with
is.
it, you ain't got shit to do with it.
Listen.
Facts.
Listen.
I don't care who you are though.
Yeah.
Cause
I
I'm
agree.
the oldest of 5, but me and my youngest sister beefing, and we gonna do something. And my
Hey,
my
Tizzle,
other
what's
siblings-
up, baby? Hey, Tizzle, you my dog.
Ain't nobody got nothing. Should nobody else have nothing to say? I don't care. That's my sister. I'm still we beefing.
I mean, but see, that's in the crib. Like,
But that's with anyway. That's with
If me and
anybody.
my friends beefing, shouldn't nobody else have anything to say?
yeah.
Well,
but
we're friends, so there's no other.
that's what I'm saying. Like when it's the
You know.
hood, when it's the hood. Like me personally,
Territorial.
I don't get involved with that bullshit no more because I'm older. Like a younger me, with you asking me now compared to 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
10 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, I'm riding with this nigga regardless. I just put up a post on my story one day where Nipsey was like, if you wrong, you wrong. Like, if I'm wrong, my homie should tell me I'm wrong.
No, real
My
rap.
bitch is gonna tell
Right?
me I'm wrong.
But see, that's the thing though. A lot of niggas
I'm
don't
always
got that. A lot of us, be real. 10 years ago, we wasn't doing that shit. 10 years ago, we could walk. We could literally go in a bar.
We might have argued, but they probably wouldn't have told me I was wrong.
Exactly.
Right.
You
right.
walk in a bar 10
Everybody.
deep, because back then that's how we went in the bars, 10, 12 deep, male and female.
Mhm.
And a nigga bump you and you react the wrong way, your homie's riding with you. They not even gonna say after the fact, why the fuck you get us into that? You gonna say, you know what we gonna say? Damn dog, you knocked that nigga clean the fuck out.
Mhm.
Now you look at it like, yo, cuz,
It's
I'm
not
gonna
even
ride
worth it.
with you. It's
But
not worth it. But if you do some dumb shit, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna fuck you up for getting me in a fucked up position.
Mhm.
So it's different now. That's a
You
question.
have more to lose.
You got more to lose.
Mhm.
That's a question. If you ask somebody that's 19 right now, that you gonna get a completely different answer.
Absolutely, I agree. Or not even just age, like just what your mental is, because
Yeah.
personal development is everything. Because I feel like we started like, I feel like as much as we did when we was younger, and as much as how different we were. I feel like we started like not even just gradually. I feel like it was like big major events that happened that just started turning our like really pivoting and shifting our whole view on being, an adult. Like what coming into our adulthood essentially, because that's petty shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you don't. Yeah, it is.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
Oh
saying.
no, he looking around. But I'm just saying, you don't have to agree with me. I didn't say that for you to agree with me, but I'm just saying, yes, I'm telling you, it's petty. I think it's petty. So
But I think it's hard to say that it's petty. You know why? Because so many people is raised up on community, and they feel like they gotta ride.
yeah, but at what cause and what are you riding for?
Oh, these
Like,
niggas willing to
cause.
die for it.
It's
These niggas is willing to
Facts.
die for it.
It's not even worth it.
it's a hard thing to talk about just due to the fact of that question being critical depending on where you're from.
Absolutely,
'Cause
and
I grew up in University City. I'm
Yeah.
right near Penn campus.
yeah,
There's no hood around me.
right.
So,
Right. Ain't got
I
nothing
never
but
had to
college.
choose a side. I'm all individuality, trying to find myself. I got all the time in the world. I know people that are from north, the worst parts,
Yeah,
and their mentality is a lot different from mine.
absolutely.
Growing up, I used to be like, oh, I don't need a gun. I don't need any of this. But where
They
I was
fuck-
raised, I got my man's, and he like, no, like you need a gun to protect yourself. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Different
goes to my
circumstances
house,
in his hood.
He goes to my house and he's like, okay,
You feel.
I can see why you
Yeah.
don't think
When
like
you
that.
say
Yeah, because your environment is different.
And that's what I'm saying. It's all about your community. I grew up in a community where 9 times out of 10, when I walked out my front door, whether I be going to school or coming home from school, there was 15 niggas on the corner.
Same.
Right?
Mhm.
I grew up
Yep.
between Southwest and West Philadelphia,
Yep.
but as the oldest child, when my mom realized what impact that had on me, my siblings, by the time we moved, they grew up in Northeast Philadelphia.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
And anybody from Philly knows that's Northeast Philadelphia is very different from
Any other
anywhere
place.
else
That
in
too,
Philadelphia.
yeah, because that's even
Depending
further.
on the parts. Because you got some parts in the Northeast.
Yeah,
It's fire.
That's all in Northeast.
that's an extension
But
of Kensington
that's
Beach.
the-
That's not a beach.
But again, it's not
So
considered.
go get an Airbnb down
Although-
Kensington. You're going to love it.
But again, y'all made a very good point. Although there's a lot of that going on, this is all blue collar and white collar as well.
Yeah.
It's all mixed,
But
white and blue.
But you know as well as I know.
This does not necessarily negate to the hood though, because in the hood, We do crack and smoke weed.
Nah,
Right.
but you know what though?
I get what you mean. It's just different.
It's
drugs
different.
and
It's
stuff
different
like that.
drugs. But
Socioeconomic
I was
status.
gonna say that though because coke always been cool. In the certain in the white collar neighborhoods,
And-
you do
yeah,
coke.
certain
And some in a lot
Listen,
of black collar neighborhoods.
All I
too.
heard was this: you doing coke, you got money. Growing up, if a nigga do coke, a nigga could afford
I
coke.
heard the same.
Absolutely, yeah. I
So
heard the same thing.
it's all about the community. Okay, you can't afford coke, we give you crack,
Right.
right? But remember, now let's be honest here. 10, 12 years ago, marijuana was a gateway drug, right? According to the,
It still was a gateway.
it was
drug,
a gateway drug. Now,
Yeah.
marijuana is a $1 billion industry. So it's all about
And they
community,
giving away needles.
right? Listen, I listen to Jim Jones, right? I'm a Jim Jones fan. The nigga said on one of his songs, and I'm
White Jim
paraphrasing.
Jones or the black Jim Jones.
Oh no, fuck Kool-Aid. I'm talking about Black Jim Jones.
Okay.
He said on a track, and I'm paraphrasing, had I known when I was younger, I never would have sold crack. I would have sold needles. Like, it's that's just think about that.
Mhm.
Like, you could have been a billionaire selling needles,
Mhm.
but you sold because in our
And 9 times
neighborhoods,
out of 10 wouldn't have got in trouble for it.
no, you wouldn't have got in trouble. Because what they gonna say? Oh, I'm selling fucking needles. This could be for insulin. This could be for this. This could be for that.
It's up to who uses it.
It's up to who uses it. It's just like with any. Listen, for real. Because if you say it like that, you can say it like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, Pepsi,
Yep.
all them, they can all go to jail because
Yep.
in our communities,
Yep.
that's a drug,
Mhm.
right? But guess what? They not gonna go to jail because guess what they say? Just because I put the shit on the shelf don't mean you gotta buy it.
Right.
That's why I always say people like, oh, marijuana a gateway drug. It's not really, because I could smoke weed all day, be high, go to sleep, wake up, get high, go to sleep, wake up, do that all day long. That don't mean that I'm going to be like, I'm gonna go snort a line of coke. You
What?
gonna snort a line of coke because you like,
Inspiration.
damn, I want to get higher than high. Oh, I'm gonna shoot heroin.
Oh,
I want to
God.
get higher than high.
This is a lot.
No, but I'm saying this is how this shit goes.
Yeah.
People don't just say, "Oh, I smoked weed today. I'm gonna go to heroin tomorrow."
And I can say that for me personally, because
They're
my last, because in
chasing
high
a
school
high.
for me, yeah. At first, I had
Yeah.
because I went to Penwood, but then for my last 2 years of high school, I went further out into the county. I went to my high school in Montgomery County. And in the morning, it's not even that. And one morning I was going to class, I legit heard somebody arguing over shooting up like a couple. It was the weirdest and most eye-opening thing. I'm looking like, yo, you actually do that? Like, we're children.
Listen, I didn't know.
And it's like, what the
Somebody
fuck are
in the
you
school
stressed over?
Shooting, it was 7
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
yo.
Just like a student.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Listen, I'm
Arguing
so
over drugs
I'm be
in
so
the first thing in
honest
the
with y'all.
morning.
Because they start off in their parents' medicine cabinet.
They
Right.
had the rainbow parties pouring
I
out
knew
the
what
Rainbow
a-
parties, yes.
I knew what a crackhead was, right?
Me
When
too.
we grew up, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not really saying I knew that a crackhead smoked crack, but I knew a crackhead to do anything for a couple dollars, right?
Yep.
Then as I got older, and you be like, yo, black people, crack ain't even that bad when you think about it. Cause this niggas out here doing heroin. Now you got fentanyl. Now you got pills. You be like,
It's
damn.
like crack almost equivalent to weed nowadays. When
Crack
you
is
think about
equivalent to, like, and listen, I'm not, if your
Not
family,
in my head,
if your
but
family
yeah,
affected
or
by
I'm
drugs, I'm not trying to
I
be,
see,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to be,
Advocate for that.
yeah, I'm not
absolutely
advocating,
not.
I'm not trying
But you
to
just
say
thinking
that
about
it's bad, but I'm
times
just
have
saying,
changed.
look how times change.
Right.
In the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, if you was a crackhead, right? We never said, your mom do crack. If you seen a crackhead, you like, damn, I bet you she'd cut this grass for $10. Or a crackhead to clean up all this trash
You
out
thought
front.
about them as an opportunity.
You thought about it as a business transaction, right? Now you be like, damn, smoking crack. They really wasn't doing that crazy shit because niggas shooting heroin in they fucking toes.
That seemed like it hurt.
Like, niggas is doing fentanyl. Excuse me, fetty. Niggas doing fentanyl on the regular. Like, when you go down Kensington, that ain't just heroin. That's a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to stand up and bob off of just something like that. That's not crack. That's not coke. So it's like now, it's like,
Anybody
damn.
who's watched documentaries or who has physically
Yeah.
experienced the heroin and the truth, the pure heroin and crack epidemic.
Yeah, the opioid
Yeah.
The
epidemic,
opioid
right?
epidemic of the country, the U.S. period. They say it gradually changed over time.
It did.
You will hear, quote unquote, old crackheads or old drug users say, yeah, this new shit ain't what it is. I don't even fuck with this new shit nowadays because it's not the same as what it used to be.
You know how
You could function off of the old shit.
You know
quote,
how
unquote.
fucked up a
And
drug
you
gotta
can't
be
nowadays.
for
It's
a
crazy
veteran
stories that you hear.
crackhead? For a veteran
Yeah,
crackhead
right.
to say, yo, like, listen, just
It's
think about
crazy.
that.
That's a great point.
That's
That's where I draw the line.
Yo,
It's
think
just
about
draw
that.
the crack.
That's like being, listen.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like, now look, it's four of us in the room, right? But that's like the four of us saying as a group, yo, remember when podcasts first started? We could do this, and this. Man, this new version of podcast is fucked up. You can't make no money. You can't do that. You can't do that. Niggas gonna be like, damn, that's different.
Yep.
So imagine hearing like from a crackhead, yo, I can't fuck with that shit. Cause that shit had me going.
That shit had some shit on his lips.
But think about it, cause back in the day, you was getting crack from Pablo.
Yeah.
You was getting crack from Pablo, from over there where that shit was stamped on legit. So if that shit was that pure, what Frank Lucas say? Blue Magic.
Stand by it.
I stand by it.
guarantee it.
It's a brand. So if
Yeah,
you was
real
getting
right.
high off of that shit and now you saying you can't fuck with this shit, that just tell you how crazy
Drugs is
drugs
down
done
bad.
changed.
Bad.
A new school crackhead looking at an old school crackhead and being like, "You're a square." It's crazy.
Yo, that's, yo,
You're a
Whole
square.
time
You're a
they never
square.
touch crack, but we call them crackheads.
Right.
Like it's just
Right.
like what?
crackheads. Listen,
You scared of a
the
little
craziest
crack?
drug I thought I would ever see in my lifetime was meth. I'm like, damn, niggas on meth?
I just feel like people get bored and they just need to stop.
Nah, niggas don't get bored. Niggas are crazy.
But dang, this conversation went all over the place.
Don't blame me.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. But nonetheless, we were glad to have you, and we do
Yes, we
definitely want to bring you
were.
back as we have some things that we cooking up. But most importantly, you are the boss of the week. We will be
Period.
posting you. We will give you the details afterwards. So just let the people know where they can find you, what you
You
doing,
was
and all
talking
that
about
good
this
stuff.
business the whole time. I'm saying,
So-
get into it.
First of all, outside of Shizzy, I'm showing, you know, you correlate the two. But,
SH or SE?
S.E., the real way.
Mhm.
S.H. is the, man.
Is
S.E.
that the ghetto way?
Nah, my mom told me, no bullshit. My mom told my great grandma, R.I.P. She told her, oh, I named him after his dad, Sean Connery. And my great grandma was like, huh? Like, I hear the story all the time. My grandma was like, what girl? Okay. So Sean Connery spelled his name S-E-A-N. That's my mom homie back. Like, she fucked with Sean Connery,
Yes.
the original James Bond.
Yes.
So she say she named him after his
Sean
nigga.
Connery is-
My mom look, I love my mom to death. My mom threw it off. But
A cookie's good. we both just
I hope not. If she did, I need some royalties. Like, I need a check.
No, real shit.
But no, like, so I actually own a catering business, Teeny's Kitchen, TKL. We do all events, you know. We look. I don't know. I throw
Website,
down.
IG. Don't just
Yeah.
put it on. I
So-
don't know. Put it out to the audience.
Right now, we building a website. We actually doing a whole revamp right
Come
now.
on, we bank.
We doing,
bank.
we doing photos and all. We
Yeah.
going crazy. But the IG is Teeny's Kitchen, all lowercase LLC. The personal IG where you gonna really catch me at though, if you really want business, is Philly _fly_. Matter of fact, I'm gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the real how it go because I
Not
can't
you
remember.
about to lie to the people.
fat guy.
There you go. It's Philly _fly_.
Come on, Anna, with
fat
the rest of it.
__ guy.
Guy.
That's where you gonna
Not
find
the
me.
double underscore.
Yeah, I figure I'm a wide body, so make it a wide underscore.
No,
You
you
know
need to
what?
fucking fix that because ain't nobody got time to be typing all that
Definitely.
shit.
Is
in.
it, listen, just type
I
in-
know you
just-
fucking lie.
When they add me on the page, my page not private no more. So just click and say follow, and I'll make exceptions. But nah, we do all events. We cater. I done did everything. I done did weddings. I could do cookouts. I do birthday parties. I do private events. We do Valentine's Day event. Like, we do all that.
Right.
But I'm a dude from the street. Well, not the streets, from the hood, who had it. Listen, I literally just put this on Twitter like 2 days ago. When I grew up, I wanted to be in the NFL, and my second option was the Secret Service. But when I found out that you might have to get shot or die for a motherfucker you ain't like,
Very true.
it was straight NFL, and then I started cooking. So I learned how to
Imagine
cook.
dying for Donald Trump.
I mean, the bag is crazy. Like, Secret Service
The
is
bag
make
is
like
definitely
$117,000 a year. That's a crazy bag. But just I just started
solid.
cooking. My hand crate. Ana done been in plenty family at Gavin's. I get down. This gonna be after the fact. But we got events all the time. We always selling food, selling platters.
Yep.
Like, black owned. No pork on the fork. But if you want it, we got it. But I don't. You know what I mean? But like we roll how we roll, and then all we trying to do is change the community.
Turned up.
Absolutely.
No. No disrespect. Like no disrespect.
First of all, you're not disrespecting anybody by saying no pork on the fork. If you want pork, you can have it. If you don't prefer, you
I'm
don't
just
have
saying.
to.
I don't cook with pork, so everybody can eat my food.
Absolutely.
Like,
Okay.
I do vegan options. I do all that. I'm just saying. Like, I like to put that out there because you say people like, well, do you? I could just say it now. Everybody know. But no, we do a lot. It's Teeny's Kitchen LLC. I've been cooking for probably. I'm 33, so I've already been cooking for 10 years. Started the business right after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Got up and running. Started making moves. Did a wedding like 6 months after I started. Boosted the confidence. So we just be running with it.
Absolutely.
Like, people always ask me why I do what I do. And I don't do it for the money because if anybody knows, when you're in the cooking industry, you don't make no money for real. Your whole goal is to try to break even. I do this shit because I got a passion for it.
There you go.
Like,
right, because food is expensive.
Yeah, like people don't realize like I charge what I charge, but people don't see the back end. And when I'm in the stores, like you want this, and this.
Right.
I go grocery shopping, so I believe you.
But no, bitch, and y'all know.
And
I want lamb chops, this, and this. But then when I tell you it's $40 for a platter, niggas
you
like $40.
No, for real.
But at the same time, I'm gonna take care of you.
Right.
So if you come holler at me, shout out to everybody that ever used me as a caterer. Shout out to everybody that ever bought a platter. Cause y'all, for real, y'all keep me going.
Right.
Like, I don't do this shit for me. I do this shit for other people. Like they say, God give out talents. I know my talent is cooking. I know I make people laugh because this nigga, anytime we have a family function, this nigga just look at me and start laughing. Like I be like, what am I wearing? Is there something wrong? She's like, no, cuz you about to say something crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, this what we do. But the pandemic ain't stop us. We actually first through the pandemic.
That's good.
Shout
out to Teenies. Y'all cooking this weekend, right?
Shout out to Teenie. Well, y'all ain't gonna see it. Ain't gonna air, but this Saturday I am doing something. Something like.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
But I do gotta put out. I got shout out 2 people.
All right, well, hurry up and make it quick.
Shout out to my dog C Murder, my assistant. She come through with all my. That's her Instagram name. C Murder. She come out with all my contracts and all that. I gotta shout her out. And there's one other boss that I think y'all should have up here. And whether y'all have her up here without me or with me, shout out to Zenful Treats. Shout out to Tyrena. Okay. That's my dog. She put me on a lot of game.
Okay.
When I be having days where like I be feeling like this shit ain't gonna work. That's my dog. I call her like, yo, what's up? She'd be like, yo, Shiz, hold your head up. Like we in the same line of business. We do the same thing. But at the end of the day, before we hang up or cut off the camera, shout out to these 2. Like this nigga right here, it's my dog. My dog told me like, yo, we gonna do this shit for real. I thought she was bullshitting. And what's this, like a year and a half later?
No, more than that too.
2 years later.
Coming up on 2.
2 years later, they really doing this shit. Like, so I can't say why you gotta look like that. I'm sorry, I'm just saying like these motherfuckers really put their foot on people's necks. They really shut it down, and that's how you do it. That's why I said no matter what you say, we might be some crazy motherfuckers, and I pray to God we don't. We might touch 600 bodies this year. But Philly really gonna rock.
That's real
like
shit.
we really go hard, and when we fuck with you, we fuck with you.
Yeah,
so everybody that be watching and viewing and doing all that, like y'all niggas don't really realize like y'all really making these 2, like y'all building them up without even saying. You don't even gotta say shit. Just hitting that viewer, whether it be on what you say, YouTube, what's the other,
wherever you listen to,
wherever you listen
podcast,
to, all that shit, like that shit a blessing. Because at the end of the day, don't nobody gotta take their time out their day to listen to nobody else.
Yep, you right.
You know what I mean, like all this shit we be talking, I be sitting here laughing half the time because I'm a that's just who I am. I don't give a fuck. Like life come at you 100 miles per hour, and I don't even run that fast. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I'm gonna get it done, and that's what we do. Like we get it done. This what Philly do. Like this podcast right here, because I always try to say the name and I fuck it up.
To each his own.
To each his own. This the epitome of Philly, doing shit from the bottom and taking that shit to the top.
Period. You already know how we do.
Bottom line.
Well, it's another episode. And this marks the end of August for us.
Yes.
2 times.
We appreciate you for
coming
joining
through.
us. We love you for coming through.
Hey,
thank you.
listen.
Thank you. Thank you. Philly,
Thank you.
we thank you. new audiences,
We
previous
thank you.
audiences, tribe members. We fucking love y'all.
If they
Thank
don't book
you.
me for their 2-year anniversary, don't watch them no more.
All right, now.
You're going to jump your phone. Now we about to jump.
Hit the Sandman.
No, but yo, thank you for having me on though. Y'all dope as shit for
And
that.
thank you for
And
being
when y'all
here.
invite me back next time, I'm gonna be drunker.
Okay, cool.
And come with a meal. Thank you.
Listen,
Cookies.
I was gonna. This is the crazy shit. Before we cut it off, I was gonna cook something, right? But I had to work today, and I didn't have enough time.
No
to
appetizer?
I didn't have enough time to go home. I had to go to the barber shop. I had to do this. I was really like, damn, I should cook something and bring it up so they can have something to eat. But don't listen. Next time, I promise,
It's okay.
I'm gonna make y'all a meal. I'm gonna bring whatever
I'm
y'all
getting
want.
a
Let me
little
know.
tired of your broken promises.
I am one of the lovely hosts of this podcast, and she is.
Chrissy, bitch.
Oh gosh, and together we are
To each his own.
Bye.
Sean, bye.